I guess transition here, talking about factors. So in every Super Bowl, there's always one unsung hero. I'm reading off the phone now. Now I'm reading off the phone. Now I'm talking about factors.
What are we in?
He's gonna start
In algebra? What are we
Doing a math equation.
Oh, God.
So in every Super Bowl, there's always one unsung hero that wins the game for their team. As Sully said, some call them X Factors. So
I didn't say that on the podcast.
that is exactly not on the podcast. You said it before. First, we're gonna give our X Factors for the Chiefs.
For me, it's simple. It's my new friend. It's Trent McDuffie. I think we know what we're getting out of the Chiefs offense. Pat Mahomes is going to be able to put enough points up to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs defense is going to need to get a few stops. The odds of stopping Saquon are pretty slim to none, but if anyone could do it, it's Spags. But the Chiefs defense is going to be trying to make Jalen Hurts beat you through the air, and you have to stop him in doing that against these two great wide receivers. So, like I always say, he's done it every time his name's been called. Trent McDuffie, once again, the Chiefs are going to need him to make a huge play.
I agree with you. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs pass rush. Those edge rushers, they're like Trent McDuffie, like we said, one of the best in the game. They're a little more they fit the unsung hero personnel. Build a little more. And they're going up against two of maybe the best in the game in Jordan Mailata and Lane Johnson on the outside. And to make Jalen Hurts lose in the passing game, you got to make him uncomfortable. You got to get some pressure on him. So it's up to these boys.
Dude, great choices, but we're missing the biggest X factor on the Chiefs. And
Oh my God, lay it on me.
dude, it's Patrick Mahomes. Are you off your top? It's Patrick
Bro.
Mahomes.
Come
Talk about the biggest X factor. It's writing on the wall. When the game's on the line, who else is doing it?
I love how in your intro,
I know you're trying to be
No,
creative and talk
like-
about the defense and shit.
in
but
your
like,
intro, you said
Yo.
unsung heroes, and then proceeded to say Pat Mahomes,
The most
unsung
they
hero.
weren't singing.
The most
They
sung hero.
weren't singing.
What do you
So,
mean?
Yeah, so it's
Who wasn't singing? Everybody was singing. Shit, Taylor Swift's probably singing about Patrick Mahomes and her boyfriend is
No,
Travis
we're
Kelce.
all singing, brother.
well, I'm standing on business. It is Patrick Mahomes is the biggest X factor in this game. But all right, if you want to dig a little bit deeper, I guess you could say Trent McDuffie and the Chiefs defense. They're definitely gonna have to hold up this game. It's gonna
So
be
the
very,
entire
very
Chiefs.
challenging.
So the
The
Chiefs.
So yeah.
no,
The
I'm talking about
Kansas
the
City
defense.
Chiefs are the X factor for the Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, well, Trent McDuffie then. I guess we got a lot of vibes going on for him yesterday. I guess you could say Trent McDuffie's going to be the unsung hero, but the biggest X factor is going to be Patrick Mahomes.
Give it to Mahomes. It's Mahomes.
It's Mahomes.
It's Mahomes.
Yeah. I'm just trying to
Um,
make you guys happy, you know?
So I think the biggest X factor in this game, and he said it at the podium, his job is to hit Saquon Barkley behind the line of scrimmage and stop that man. It's linebacker Nick Bolton. He flies around the field, sideline to sideline. This man is going to be tasked with pretty much stopping Saquon Barkley, and that is the one and only job. Potentially be a spy for Jalen Hurts. We'll see what happens in that one too. Stop that running game. But yeah, Nick Bolton always comes up big in the playoffs as well. So I'm going to go with Nick Bolton being the X factor for the Kansas City Chiefs in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to not say that Patrick Mahomes is the X factor, but I kind of building off what you guys said, if we had to break it down to a single player, I'm going with Chris Jones. I think he's the guy that it all can kind of work off him. If he's wreaking havoc in the backfield, it makes McDuffie's job easier. It's going to limit Saquon. It's going to limit Hurts. It's going to force them into passing situations and ultimately limit their offense. So if you got Chris Jones creating problems all night, your game plan is out the window. And for a team that's, so run dominant and we have talent like McDuffie on the outside, if I think Jones is the first step to really creating a nightmare for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Yeah.
So now go ahead, Pete.
Hit us with the
Hit us with the Eagles X factor.
All right, so for the Eagles,
do the intro.
Hit the intro.
okay. So these are our X factors for the Eagles. To start off, it's definitely going to be more of a combination of Jalen Hurts and Saquon kind of taking over this game. But it does worry me when, Chris Jones is kind of there to stop him. However, I do definitely think that if anybody's going to have the biggest game or play strongest throughout the course of this whole game, it's going to be Saquon trying to put the city on his back, I mean, he's gone this far up to the Super Bowl. Now it's kind of like the cherry on top. Like Saquon just kind of finished strong, man, But that's pretty much what I got to say for the Eagles.
Hey, man, putting the city on his back. He's been there, done that with PA.
Yeah.
Penn State. So he's
Yeah.
going to show out.
I'm gonna go with I think the Chiefs, like we said, they're going to try and make Jalen Hurts beat them by throwing the ball. But for that reason, I'm going to go with the receiving core, especially the duo of A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. I know the quarterback has to get you the ball, but you got to get open against this great defense, against guys like Trent McDuffie. You got to make big plays. They've been relatively quiet through these playoffs, and they haven't really needed the big plays from them. But it's the biggest game of your life. They got to make the big plays.
So the biggest X factor for the Eagles is their interior offensive line, and more specifically, it's Cam Jurgens, who was a little banged up in the Rams game. He played but didn't start, so he had 2 weeks off, so he should be good. But like Dave mentioned, you're going up against a Hall of Fame talent in Chris Jones, and you have to neutralize Chris Jones if you want to have any chance of winning this game. So it's going to be a lot of double teams. Cam Jurgens isn't going to have to stop Chris Jones one-on-one, but he's going to have to hold his weight and do his part. So.
I'm going to follow Tom here a little bit and take it a little step further and say the secondary pass catchers for the Eagles in Smith and Goddard. If the Eagles are forced out of their game, obviously they're playing right. Saquon and Hurts are going to dominate. You're going to have McDuffie on Brown a lot, and if they're forced out of their game, the only way you're going to get back into it is going to have step up big games from Smith and Goddard and the rest of the receiving core outside Brown. So I just think if they're put in a situation where their plan A isn't working, their only shot at a successful plan B is big games from those guys.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it before. Rookies in the secondary for the Philadelphia Eagles. It's quite simple. It's the biggest game of your life in your first season in the NFL. You have not been there, done that in this moment yet. Are you built for the moment? Are you ready for it? Is it going to be tightening the screws, or are a few screws going to be loose? So, Quignon, Cooper DeJean, show us what you got. A biggest moment in your career. Here we go.
All right. And to close it out, the moment that you guys have all been waiting for, I'm pretty sure if you made it this far, you could kind of tell where we're all going to go, but these are our Super Bowl 59 predictions. I'm going to get it started off. I made the mistake a few weeks ago. I will never, ever, ever make that mistake again. It's the Chiefs, and it's Patrick Mahomes. I will never bet against that man in my life. These two teams, as we just saw, are pretty evenly matched on paper, so when the teams are that close on paper like that, I'm going to go with the guy who just makes every clutch play ever imaginable in Patrick
Kid's
Mahomes.
doubling back. He's back on the Chiefs' kingdom.
Yeah,
Chiefs Kingdom never was upset with me for leaving. They understood. I had a job to do. I was at Billy's Mafia. I had a job to do. But Chiefs Kingdom, they're cool with me. I talked to a few.
Yeah,
of them.
they fuck with me
sure.
more now though. That's the problem.
I think interviewing players gets you back in there. For me, I'm sticking with the Kansas City Chiefs, man. I mean, one team has Patrick Mahomes, one team's got Andy Reid, one team's got Steve Spagnuolo, one team has won back-to-back championships, one team won this matchup last time. They got Kelsey, Chris Jones, just all these elite Hall of Fame level talents and personnel that has shown time and time and time again, regular season, postseason, Super Bowl, hell, probably back in flag football and when they were little kids, they were making big plays in big moments. So I'm going to take the Kansas City Chiefs here.
Yeah, I'm going to take a team that does it over and over again. And
Potentially over.
And over again. Potentially over.
Potentially over again.
Yeah.
And it's literally impossible for me to just not take the Chiefs here. Talk about history, talk about a team that's just always doing it and who I trust more. It's kind of like they just got good credit in the Super Bowl, if
Their credit score is an 850.
Yeah, if I'm lending money on
on everything.
Outright, if I'm lending money out to a team, it's and they have to pay me back with Super Bowl wins, it's going to be the Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs, and I'm not thinking twice about it.
Yeah, I kind of have to. I feel like we're gonna get hit with the college game day across the board.
Yeah.
But yeah, to me, I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna come down to the final possession. And we talked about it before, but Mahomes is literally perfect in the playoffs in his career on final drives when he needs to score to tie or win a game. And I think that's the situation we very likely could see ourselves in. I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes to go 4 and out in that situation. So give me the Chiefs in a 34-27 win.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
I really do wish I brought my Saquon jersey with me because I would have changed into it and then made this selection. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl. I want to see Saquon Barkley do it, but the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, wait.
Slow down, bro.
He tried to get us.
You were going to bring your Saquon Barkley jersey and put it on and then say you're picking the Chiefs?
Yes.
Good thing you didn't. Good thing you didn't.
All time, exactly.
All time.
thing
I'm
you
not rocking with that.
Nah,
That's too much.
It's look, they've been there, done. I'd rather pick the Chiefs and be wrong than pick against the Chiefs and then be wrong. And then everyone looks at me like, oh, you're the guy that picked against the Chiefs who always get it done. They're probably going to do it again. This is the best team I think they've played in their era of dominance, in my personal opinion. So this is going to be a tough one, but man, Kansas City always gets it done, and I don't expect nothing.
I feel like for all of us, like it wasn't even a tough one. We're just like the Chiefs. And
I made my decision
really-
on this. Like I didn't know who I was going to pick.
No, man,
I knew who I
weeks.
was gonna pick when I woke up 6 months ago.
It really is that inevitable at this point, right?
Yeah.
Similar
It just
to
is, man.
similar to how long ago we hit the 190 club.
Yeah,
the 190 pound club.
Once I hit 190, I was like, Patrick Mahomes
Sully
is
just hit the
never
190 club. So
that was
he
like a
also
month
just
ago,
hit
bro. I might
the.
have hit
brother.
200 in
Yeah.
New Orleans now.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, you okay? Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, just want to thank all of you guys for getting us to this point, man. Like without you guys, this is not possible.
Absolutely.
And then aside from just that, without this man right here, this is not possible. Dave, thank you so much for giving this
Thank you
us
very
this
much, Dave.
opportunity. David, over there, you as well, behind the camera over there. Liam and all right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a
out
like,
to
subscribe,
Caesars,
hit
so.
that notification
Shout
bell.
out
Yes.
Caesar Sportsbook.
This is sponsored by the Game Day and sponsored by Caesars Sportsbook. Bet responsibly. And enjoy the Super Bowl, everybody. Dave, again, thank you. This is all thanks to you.
It's been a blast. It's truly. We created some great content, and we're not done yet, but it's been a hell of a trip so far.
Absolutely.
New Orleans, I absolutely love you. This has been a great
Yeah,
time.
we're
We
choosing
will
Caesars, man.
shout out to
Let
Caesars.
me get the hat. Thanks.
Shout out
Tom will share it.
Caesars.
Oh,
fire.
what about Dave?
I feel like a
Yeah.
T1 announcement.
I'm committing to Caesars Sportsbook. Yes.
This hat don't fit on my head.
It's adjustable.
Pete's head is way too damn big for this hat.
190-pound head.
Yours don't fit either.
No, it fits.
All right, it's all right.
Enjoy the Super Bowl. Be safe, everybody. Thank you guys again. You're the reason that we are here. So with that,
Ball
game.
Ball game.